All right. God save the Queen, man.
Well, I mean, credit to Joe. It's certainly going to take God. Joining me now, Chad Prather of the great Chad Prather Show. Chad, God save the Queen, brother.
Well, I don't know if Joe knows it or not, but the Queen's dead. and I mean, I don't know that I don't think we were worried about saving her for a long time. I mean, what was she, like 700 years old at the time of her passing? So, I mean, we did enough saving at this point. Jesse, it's funny. I look at this and this thing is getting more and more insane. Joe Biden is like a human chicken skin, right? He's just pulled tight and has new ears on. And the stuff that comes out of his mouth, I would love to live in that level of acid trip, whatever that is. I mean, he is on some Timothy Leary LSD at this point. I'm just fascinated. I would like to take a trip with the Beatles into the brain of Joe Biden.
Chad, and look, we do this for a living, you and I, so maybe I'm way too deep in the bubble, and that certainly could be, but is he getting worse? I know it's never been great, but is it worse now? It feels like it's worse.
Well, the frequency of it, Jesse, is happening more and more, right? It's increasing the frequency of the things that comes out of his mouth, the stumbles, the falls, the trips, the mishaps. And what fascinated me this past weekend was how he looked at John Fetterman from Pennsylvania like he knew what he was saying. You know, I'm hearing these guys, and I'm like, what special language are these guys using to communicate? But it's starting to happen more and more. And the scary thing, Jesse, is can you imagine what is off camera or off mic that's said or seen that we don't even have a clue what's happening? Now, we know his aides 2 weeks ago came out and said, we only talk to him or interrupt him between 12 and 4 in the afternoon, and we leave him alone on the weekend. So at this point, our president is a parking meter. Like, he has off hours, dude. I mean, this is problematic for you and me as American citizens.
I've got relatives who work that same schedule, but none of them are president of the United States. In case you're wondering what Chad was talking about, the great meeting of the minds between Joe Biden and John Fetterman, luckily, it was captured on camera. And I got to tell you, watch out, world. We are back. Here it was.
And now I'm standing next to the president again, next to a collapsed bridge here. And he is here to commit to work with the governor and the delegation to make sure that we get this fixed quick, fast as well, too. This is a president that is committed to infrastructure. Yeah, and then on top of that, the dual kind of law of the inflation bill that is going to make sure that there's going to be bridges all across America getting rebuilt.
Yeah.
Man, I'm excited about the future, Chad.
Man, forget building trains from California to across the Indian Ocean, as Joe Biden said last week. But I'm trying to figure out what a delegation is. I want to know what an infrastructure is, an infraction. I don't know. But Joe just sat there nodding. We know that Joe's going to read the teleprompter that he has not proofread ahead of time, right? And I know there's going to be people who say you can't make fun of a stroke victim. I don't know which. I guess both of them are stroke victims at this point. Well, you can't keep putting stroke victims in the office of being a senator from the great state of Pennsylvania or in the White House in the Oval Office, which I doubt Joe's ever seen it. You know, the thing about that is I don't know that John Fetterman or Joe Biden, either one, have ever read a piece of legislation that's crossed their desk. They are told by their puppet masters what to sign, what to say. They put them up there, prop them up. This is abuse. I mean, this is the worst kind of it. And to be able to say that you and I can't call that out is pure insanity. That's dangerous ground.
I have great news. If you enjoyed that, I have a YouTube channel you can subscribe to. Whatever I do, it'll be right there on YouTube. So go subscribe today.